In Luke's Gospel in chapter 4, Jesus begins his ministry by going to the synagogue on the Sabbath, and he unrolls the scroll of Isaiah and reads, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He's anointed me to preach the good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom to the prisoners and recovery of sight to the blind, to release the oppressed, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." And then he sat down and he said, "Today, this is fulfilled in your hearing." I can't think of anything more exciting, more energizing, more worth giving all my life and resources to than that royal mandate, that mission. So we're going to invest in our city, our future, and our world. And it all begins right here.
Right now, we at Mercy Works are serving about 1,000 people a month, and we just simply don't have any room left. We are literally tripping over people as we walk through the room. So we have 1,000 families that are coming in to understand or to meet with every single one of them. There's just no way.
We actually had more people wanting prayer than we could actually pray for.
There are people living next to us that are hurting, and they're discouraged, and some of them are on the brink of losing hope. You know, for some time we figured out that the people that we want to serve, a lot of them are the same folks that Mercy Works wants to serve. What if there was this seamless provision of care?
What if, when people walked in the door, they knew that this is a place that they could get help, not just on a practical level, but for help that they don't even know that they need. They just know something good will happen here.
It's really about the people. People from all different walks of life being in the same place, and in class together, in worship together, in support group together, from all different backgrounds, from all different races, from all different cultures, and it's a reflection of what heaven will look like.
Over the last 20 years, the Vineyard has had a great run in Cincinnati of just showing kindness and seeing people come to Christ. But as we hit that 20-year mark, it begs the question, what are the next 20 years going to look like? If you draw a 10-mile radius around this place, there are 73 middle and senior high schools where we have over 70,000 students enrolled. What are we doing to impact that generation? We have a responsibility to reach out to those students. This is the last phase of life before they hit adulthood, and we've got to reach them here.
The places that we are using right now for student worship celebrations have been retrofitted in many ways to fit the needs that we have. Whereas starting afresh with kind of a blank canvas, we're able to design an optimal space. Environments are extremely important when dealing with students. To know that an environment has been designed just for them says I'm important. It says that you valued me.
The thing that drives us to do this is not the number of kids, but watching God change their lives, just like He changed ours. I think the idea of a student having a space that is distinctly them, will encourage a greater tracking and growth for faith that is distinctly theirs.
When students leave here, they're going on to do lifelong ministry. They're going to use their skills and their gifts to be able to serve God in whatever vocation they're doing. And this building is going to be a space that we can help students realize their God dreams and their God potential and to live a life of service.
It's not about that place, but it's about God being lifted up and glorified in their lives. And that's the picture that we want to see happen with this new space. Our end game is not to just have kids come, but to have their lives authentically transformed by the presence of God.
Every 15 seconds, someone dies from a waterborne illness. Almost 6,000 people a day, over 2 million people a year. And most of those people are children. If something drastic isn't done pretty soon, the death toll from waterborne illnesses is going to exceed the death toll from the AIDS pandemic in just 15 years.
The Bible talks about people created in the image of God, just a little lower than angels. In this area, people are just a little lower than animals, because in most of these communities, the very river, the same river that animals cross and drink water and defecate as they cross, downstream in another community, in another village, people are drinking from that same water source. By providing clean drinking water, that will be a great way to elevate people back to where God intends people to be. Not a little lower than animals, but just a little lower than the angels.
Seems like a pretty daunting task to me. Sometimes I wonder, really? You're going to send us? But then I'm encouraged to think that all we're really doing is asking the people of the Vineyard to do the same kind of thing that we do here and have been doing for the last 20 years of demonstrating God's love to our city. All we're doing is taking it around the world. When I think about that, I start dreaming about the future and what it could look like. What if we brought education, really simple education about sanitation and clean water, to the women and children who currently spend 4 or 5 hours out of every day trying to get clean water? And what if we dug new wells and then trained the local people how to keep them working? If that happens, we'll start seeing children who are actually looking forward to a future rather than just trying to survive.
Because of this project, there will be the doctors, there will be the scientists, there will be the teachers, there will be the leaders of tomorrow.
We could see servant leaders being raised up and equipped all throughout Nigeria.
What this project is doing is not just providing water, no, it's saving lives. It's sending children to school. It is helping transform the economy of this area. This is a life-saving project.
I can't think of anything more exciting, more energizing, more worth giving all my life and resources to than that royal mandate, that mission. So we're going to invest in our city, our future, and our world. And it all begins right here.